Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to my Minecraft Feed the Beast world here on a very rainy day, but a day where we are finally going to get started on a project directly related to the building of my Arcology. Now, we've been building a lot of machines to get us various bits of equipment and resources that we will need eventually for this construction, but never anything directly related to its actual physical construction. So I've come out here to my site and laid down this wonderful little grid corner system here with the 4 corners of the future Arcology, which are 100 meters apart, so that this thing will be a 100 by 100 sized build, which... Let me get off my tree here. Got my portal to head back. Just going to come over here real quick. Now this is a... Whoa, that was an Enderman freaking out. Okay. Now this is a very pathetic little build thing. I was just throwing it together to get kind of an idea of what I want. Oh, my pumpkin. I didn't know I dropped that out of my inventory. But yeah, I made this to just sort of get an idea of what I'm thinking of making for my Arcology, and I'm wanting it to be sort of a ziggurat step pyramid sort of design, where it'll be split into 4 sectors, with this center space in the middle being a lush garden landscape, and then each of these 4 sections, or regions, or whatever in the world I come to call them, of the Arcology will house different sectors of research, manufacturing, and things along those lines. And then the 4, well, I guess pylons would be a good word for now, will connect to an upper stage, which is where all the villagers will actually be living nice and peacefully. And then my eventual section on top, which will not only be my home, but also a computer... Whoa, lightning, okay. But will also be a computerized sort of brain hub, central core, whatever in the world you want to call it, area where I can control a large portion of the Arcology through wireless computers. So I want to be able to control like all the lighting and all the different sections of the Arcology. We're going to go with some form of electrical lighting rather than torches, so that I can control them through redstone inputs that are sent out through wireless computer modems, so that I could be sitting nice and comfy up in my control center and say, well, let's turn off all the lights in the southwest sector of the Arcology, and it will be done. So that's basically what I'm wanting to do with the Arcology. Split it into different sectors for different, basically, purposes. Like, I don't know, maybe a farm research area, a manufacturing area, and so forth and so on. And then all of it being controlled by wireless computers, so that we can just, well, basically do whatever we like. And yes, that's a rough, very, very rough idea of what I want to do. And as I said, I've shot in the 4 corners of our area so that we know where to start building. And yeah, so again, it's going to be a 100 by 100 block Arcology, computer controlled and built to the sort of design of a ziggurat or step pyramid. So I think that that would be quite fun, and it's going to be built primarily out of glass and smooth stone. Now you saw over there, let's actually zoom back in, that marble brick that I have laid down. I do want to also have sort of accents on the Arcology made in that marble brick, and I want a pathway going all the way around it to also be made of that marble brick, and potentially all the corridors and stuff inside the Arcology to be made of that material, but the main structure being stone and glass, just with accents of marble, essentially. But yeah, that's the plan. Next episode, we'll be working out here more and actually clearing this land using quarries, because not only do I need to flatten this area, but I also want to dig down a bit to build the sub-basement for the Arcology. It was basically under the build site. I want to have a massive warehouse system to store far, far more things than our current warehouse system does, as well as store our power production facility down there underground. For now, it'll be a nuclear reactor is what I want to build, but eventually I want to upgrade it to a fusion reactor so that we have more than enough power to fuel the entire facility. Yes, that will be next episode. And I'm thinking of using quarries to do it, but if any of you know of an easier way to flatten the area and then, well, of course I'm going to need the quarries to dig down quite nicely so I don't have to do it all manually. But if anyone has a good, simple idea for building the floor back, so that once I have the giant hole under the Arcology, I need to put down a base over it again so, you know, we can build on top of it. And if, any of you out there have a good idea of a simple way of doing that, I am, of course, all ears. I would love the suggestions. But for this episode, I'm going to be working on another suggestion from, once again, Lawrence M. Again, thank you so much. I have used one of his suggestions in a previous video when I first went to go explore that burial mound, and he gave me a wonderful idea for building massive amounts of smooth stone. Right now I have a huge collection of cobble from my quarry, but I'm going to need a whole lot more, and all of it needs to be processed into smooth stone. So let's go back to our village area, and there we go. And come down here. So I'm going to build it off of the quarry. Whoop. So right now we're just gathering a whole load of cobble from this quarry, and it's going into our warehouse system. And eventually I'm going to process all that into smooth stone. But, I need a whole lot of smooth stone. Just to build the base of the Arcology, I'm going to need 10,000 blocks. And I'm going to need much, much more than that to build the rest of the structure. So this quarry system, though wonderful, isn't going to serve my purposes. I need a better way of making smooth stone that's more reliable. So what we are going to do is head back upstairs first. Here we go. Now, I think I should have everything in my inventory already. Yeah, I think that's everything. We'll find out soon enough. But yes, on the suggestion of Lawrence, he gave me the wonderful idea of building an... Oh, man, I'm forgetting the names of them already now. And there we go. An igneous extruder, as well as a powered furnace, to basically turn a bucket of lava and a bucket of water into cobble inside the igneous extruder, then have it go from that to the powered furnace to be turned into smooth stone, and then to pump it into barrels for storage. So, let's get going. Alright, whoop. I'm gonna need that recipe, so let's just click there. As I've never built anything like this before. As you all know, I'm not a huge fan of the build craft stuff and thermal expansion, but this is a wonderful idea, and I really should look more into the build craft things and all the red powered stuff. I really should. There are a lot of interesting things, so I should start looking more into that. So we need a machine frame, and I actually think we need a machine frame for the other thing we need to build to the powered furnace. So that's just iron, glass, and gold. So let's build 2 of those. Now, 2 gold. 4 glass, and yeah. Never fails, I always put them in the wrong box. There we go. Alright, that is 2 machine blocks. We need a pneumatic servo, which is redstone, iron, and glass. So, 2 more iron, redstone, glass. Now, okay, let's see if I can remember the rest of the recipe from here. I think it was that? No. Ah, and then tin at the bottom. I was wondering, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I put tin in there. There we go, an igneous extruder. Excellent. And now to make the powered furnace. Alright, yes, we did need another one of those. We also need a redstone reception coil, which is just redstone and gold. That's simple enough. Whoops. Okay, did I do it wrong? Yes, other way around. I swear, every time. Every time. I don't know why I seem to have such a short memory for recipes. I look at the recipe, then I immediately do the wrong thing. So, oh well, what are you gonna do? There's another machine frame in here, and some brick, and oh, copper, wasn't it? Yes, which I did forget to grab. Let's put these back in here. Go grab 2 bars of copper. Oh wow, I'm actually running a little low on copper. Pretty sure I've got a whole load of dust for it, though, and a whole lot of raw copper downstairs in the warehouse. So I should be good on that. Alright, and a powered furnace. Excellent. Now, let's head back down here. Whoop. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to pump it just straight in to our existing warehouse system that we have right now, so that it, well, basically just goes in there, because I've already got that whole system set up for that at the moment. So let's pop down an extra conductive pipe right there. And then we need the powered furnace and the igneous extruder. There we go. Okay, now. Oh, man. So the orange... Oh, God. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. Give me a moment to figure this stuff out after... Well, I'll place this here. I'm not entirely sure... Okay, so the blue is input, orange is output. So the output should be going just straight into that nether chest. Okay, so I need orange to be right there. And let's... Well, I guess just turn those off. I guess? Maybe? Now, how do I put... Oh, can it actually just create straight up stone? Well, the instructions I was given was for the cobble, so let's just go with the cobble. And how do we do this? He said all I needed was a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. But I'm... Yeah, give me a moment and I'll try and figure this out. But what's supposed to happen is lava and water come together, bam, they create cobblestone. That thing goes into here, which then produces it into smooth stone, which then will go into my sorting system over at the warehouse. So, yeah, give me a moment and I'll try and figure out how in the world I'm supposed to get this water and lava in here. Yeah, 1 sec. Okay, and we're back, and quicker than I originally thought. I figured I might need some pipes or something, but apparently no, you just click, and click. There we go. use the bucket, right-click right on it, and you get stuff right into the igneous extruder, and it's just cranking away, going at the cobblestone there, producing it, outputting it into here, where it is then processing it into smooth stone. A little more, a little more. There we go, and that is going right into here, which is going down to our warehouse system, where we are going to start filling up barrels of these. So this is quite good. This is going to save me a whole lot of time, because I have to make a lot of smooth stone, as I said. So this, thank you, Lawrence, once again. Thank you so very much. You always have very, very good suggestions. And you all should go take a look at his channel. Link will be in the description. Again, thank you. Wonderful idea. This, oh, so much smooth stone. So much. But yeah, I may need to add some more electrical engines to this so that we can power it quicker, or just put it on its own separate system. Since I do like the speed that the quarry's running at, but this is now going to suck away some of its power. So yeah, I may move this a bit so it is on its own, possibly over by the warehouse, just so maybe we don't have to use the ender chest. But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. Then let me head back upstairs. Let's turn off hover mode so we can shoot up here real quick. Nope, and it's nighttime now. Okay, so we have shot in the corners for our future build site. We have built a very, very crappy scale model just to get some ideas. We now have smooth stone production going. So now I need to clear out this area, dig down, flatten it out, and then start construction. So, yes, we are getting there. And I do hope that you did enjoy this episode. And that, of course, you come back for the next. And have a good one.